And today we're going to talk about chapter 19 in The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is a Newbery Award-winning book, and I hope that you enjoyed chapter 19, which is called In Which There Is a Journey to the Town of Agony. Oh man. Judging on the Town of Agony, how do you think that everybody in the Town of Agony feels? Agonized? Probably. But why? Well, we'll find out. So, it seems like Luna is learning a lot, right? But there was like a gap in her knowledge, right? And even though she's learning so much, there's a gap in her knowledge. Like, have you ever felt like you're missing something? And you don't know what you're missing, but you just feel like you're missing something. Now, Luna begins to sort of change from that little girl, right? And why do you think that she's changing so much, right? And what are the negative side effects of all of this? First of all, feeling a gap in one's knowledge probably isn't the best experience. That's one. Also, she became more distractible and impatient and peevish. That's a direct quote from the book. And she sort of snaps at people. And but why do you think that Luna is suddenly like this? I think it's because she just feels the impact of that missing gap, and that's really making her snap, because sometimes there's a really important part of your life, but you just can't remember. That can make you go into a bad mood. Or if a part of your life is missing, it's understandable that you would not be, happy, right? Now she also cannot even read the spines of some of the books, right? Can you believe it? How strange would it be that you can't read a few things? As the book said, every time she tried to look at the spines, her eyes would slide from one side to the other, as though they were not made of leather and ink, but of glass slicked with oil, unquote. And why do you think this is happening? What types of books do you think that those books are? They're probably about magic and witchery and all of the stuff that are really magical, right? Why do you think that she can't see Firion or Glurk? Because I think I would consider them pretty magical. Maybe it's just those are supernatural creatures, but maybe people are used to like that type of magic, but Luna can't learn about the kind of magic that witches have, or maybe not. I actually have to think about that. Well, why do you think that she can't see Glurk or Firion? Now, if you had been somebody with these spells, would you have told somebody? Definitely. I wouldn't want to be stuck like that. I mean, seriously, I wouldn't want to be like that, because I want to fix that condition really quickly and as fast as I could, because that's certainly a strange condition and I would like to fix it. I don't like strange stuff. I want everything. I want to know everything. Well, not everything, then everything will be boring, but like enough so that I can go through my life without wondering about like key things that could save my life. And there's another thing that happened with Luna, right? she kept on drawing. She drew and drew a woman with long black hair. Who is that woman? And a man in robes. Who is that person? Who do you think it is? And, maps, right? Like her mother. And so many other things. And what do you think do you think that those maps were actually correct? I think so. And I think that the woman with long black hair was Luna's mother, and I think that the man in robes was either Antane or Gerland. I mean, Gerland, she might have remembered because he played an impactful role in her life, by just trying to kill her, trying to starve her to death, or Antane, because Antane, he's a big character. He's come up in the book a lot, so maybe he's gonna help. So whatever the case, she's sort of like her mother, right? She's drawing maps, she's doing stuff, but she doesn't actually know them. It's like that she just has to force or something. So that's another thing. And do you think that she's ever going to learn about her magic? Yeah, I think that this is like a tipping point, and soon she is. What about in this chapter? Did you think that she was going to? Did you think that you were going to that she was going to learn her magic in this chapter? Not. I thought so, but we can see that she doesn't. Okay. If you have been Luna and your grandmother was becoming very, very weak, how would you have liked it? I mean, of course, I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody would like it, but still, what would you have tried to do about it? I think that I would either try to, massaging always helps, or maybe I'll try to get some medicine, but really, it's not like I can do anything about it, right? And Zan resists any sort of like rest or anything like that, right? And and Zan's getting just weaker and weaker and weaker. Luna's noticing that. It's bothering her, right? Do you think that she'll be able to stop that? Or not? Because she has magic, and I'm pretty sure that she'll soon figure out magic. I mean, she's having all these symptoms. She has to figure out she has magic soon enough, but do you think that she'll have magic in time to save her grandmother? Like, do you think that this magic can somehow have healing abilities? And so when Luna gets to the town called Agony, and nobody actually is agonized, which is good, she quickly calls everybody, right? And in like seconds, every person rushes to the tables and the booths, and they make so many stuff, right? Like just in a second, just in a few minutes, they have tents and they have booths. I mean, they have tables and all of that. And do you think that they're gonna have to do this every time? Because Zan's getting weaker and weaker. And when do you think that Zan will stop making the trip, right? Luna is used to the attention that she gets, but do you think that she doesn't really know a lot about why, right? Do you think that she'll learn why at Agony? Because there are the star people, and there are people who know what magic is, so maybe she's gonna learn that in Agony. Or do you think that it'll be at her home? Where do you think that she's gonna learn that she has magic? I thought Agony, but we're gonna have to see. And have you ever remembered yourself forget? Yeah, I remember myself forgetting a lot. For example, today I thought I had forgot something, and then as I was walking out the door to get my sneakers, I realized, oh my God, I forgot my socks, and I remember forgetting, but I always found it again. I always remember whether I somehow find the thing I was forgetting, or even if I don't. So what type of change is going over Luna though? She's now remembering, right? And remembering means that there's something going on with her. She's getting a little more open to magic. Like, she still now even remembers that she forgets. Something that she couldn't remember before. And now, Luna begins to remember. First of all, the old man, Gerland. Then, her mom. And finally, a boy who smelled like sawdust. But he's a boy. It must be Ante when he was younger, right? I'm pretty sure he was still into carpentry back then. But it's not possible that you can remember all that. But she somehow does. For example, do you remember like the first month, the first year of when you were born? Nope, I have no memories of it. Like, nada. But if I had to just go a few more years, I can start to remember. But those first years, your memory and your brain isn't completely your memory thing isn't really completely formed yet. Yeah, I'm calling it the memory thing because I'm not a neurologist. That's a brain doctor, right? Hope I'm right. Anyway, because our brains aren't made to remember the first 2 years. They have to, grow and stuff. And I don't think it's possible that Luna can actually remember. But then again, she does have magic. And do you think that this is another one of her magical abilities? The fact that she can see stuff that she shouldn't be able to remember? I think so. I really do think so. And now she starts to remember again, right? Luna, when she was at one of the houses, Zan said, "She's mine, isn't she?" Right? And that was when Luna started to remember the woman again. The woman screaming, "She's mine, she's mine, she's mine." And she even looked up into the rafters. Wow, this is serious memory. I do not know what's going on in Luna's mind, but I do know one thing. I think she's got photographic memory. Either that, or her magic is starting to say, "I'm done being cooped up here. Guys, I'm gonna try to get out of my prison. Bang, bang, bang!" And maybe those bangs are causing and those dents are causing those small pieces of memories to filter through. Or maybe it's just that Luna already has a little of her magic. Not completely, not enough to really even hear the word magic, but just a tiny inkling of it. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next. But I do know one thing. I was wrong. They do not find anything out in Agony. Actually, they go back. I think they now go back to their home, right? Because they're already walking away, and they haven't found anything out yet. Though maybe it could have happened while they were traveling. That's another possibility. Well, I hope that you enjoyed Chapter 19 in The Girl Who Drank the Moonlight. I'll have to get the book again. Kelly Barnhill is the author of so many awesome books, so you can check those books out at her website. So there's kellybarnhill.wordpress.com, or there's Kelly Barnhill on Twitter. Though I'm not a Twitter user, I am very familiar with Twitter. And yeah, and I do know that Kelly Barnhill has written some other books that are famous. And, well, of course, this right here. So, she's written The Witch's Story, which is supposed to be a debut novel. The Mostly True Story of Jack, which got good reviews. Her second book, Ironheart and Violet, was a Parents' Choice Gold Award, and yeah, an Andre Norton Award finalist. Man, there's a lot of awards for books. Can you believe that there's like hundreds of awards? And what's your favorite? Yeah, anything. It could be from the Scott Odell Award to the Newbery Award. Maybe you like Newbery Honor, but not Newbery books. I don't know why you would do that. It can be anything, but yeah, what's your favorite type of book award? Put it in the comments if they're on. Well, hope you enjoyed chapter 19. I'm gonna ask you a few last questions. You know it. What's your favorite character in this book? What was your least favorite character in this book? Also, how did you like the book so far? I hope that you really enjoyed, because it's always amazing when I find somebody else who enjoys the book. What was your favorite part in this chapter? Because I get that there was a lot of interesting parts. So I wouldn't say that this was a particularly happy chapter. So yeah, what was your least favorite part in this chapter then? Maybe then you'll get a few more. And what about in the whole book? What was your favorite part and your least favorite part in the whole book? Well, for predictions, I think I only have one question. And we can just mull over it for the whole time until the next video. And that is, when is Luna going to find her magic?